This video is going to look at power read when it goes wrong, and kind of when it goes wrong, what should you do and where are the safe spaces. So this is an interesting play here. Lots of shifts, motions, all that from Georgia Tech here, and essentially uh, three Georgia players are available to make the tackle here. And so things go wrong, but when they go wrong, what can we do to mitigate the problems that do exist? So we're going to look at two plays, one from Georgia Tech here, this one, and then one from the Colts. And both of them, something goes wrong, and they have vastly different outcomes. Now, obviously, with the Colts, they have a phenomenal athlete, and that's certainly a factor. But it's where he goes that's going to make a difference. So the argument that I'm going to be making in this video is that when things go wrong, best bet for the quarterback is to push it outside. Because you've already got the sweep being blocked outside. You don't have anything otherwise. So it's a little bit difficult to tell here from this angle, but if you see Haynes King here goes back inside, and his best bet was probably to go outside. But obviously we've still got issues either way. Probably wasn't going to be a good play anyways. So let me draw up kind of what happens on this play. So this is power read, where we're going to be reading this defender right here. He's going to kind of chip and then come in and get this inside linebacker. Always important to take care of those inside linebackers in multiple ways, right? Because the pulling guard is, available to go get him, but not always the case, and sometimes it's good to double up on that guy in case he becomes an issue. The tight end is going to arc out to this down safety here, and then this running back is available for this corner. All right. He ends up, however, this running back taking care of this guy right here because he gets straight up the football field. This guy is a problem on this play, as are these two linebackers. So he is supposed to be down here. The guard is down here. And then they're going to basically double this tackle right here. And then our pulling guard is supposed to wrap up somewhere around here and take care of there. Right? That's how it's supposed to look on the whiteboard. However, that's obviously not what happens. All right, so let's take a look at the read here. Number 11 is the read. So number 11 gets upfield, right? He's getting upfield, very clearly getting upfield. So it's a good keep, right? Issue, however, is this defensive tackle right here. So he is just playing that offensive lineman and gets outside leverage. The guard's tripping, whatever, and then the guard ends up taking that man. So really, this is the spot we want to go, because we have this additional crack block on this inside linebacker. So it's going to be a little bit easier to see from the other angle. But this wide receiver, this solo receiver down here, little bluff or, little chip on the defensive end. I'm not sure if we want that because he's the read. Whatever the case, we come in here. We're taking care of that inside linebacker because, like I said before, you got to have a plan for this guy because it doesn't always work out beautifully, right? This guard pulls, this defensive tackle is just making a great play. So this guard just kind of runs in and decides to help out on this defensive tackle. Great thing to do, right? Because he's getting beaten, he's outside, and the quarterback is going to be following you. But then we have this built-in feature to protect the play, right, from this guy. So the quarterback's best bet is going to be to work outside when in doubt, right? He obviously sees color flash, and, it's a lot easier to say this now after the fact, but let's look at it. So number 97 here squares up on that man and is fighting for that outside leverage. Does a great job fighting for outside leverage. And the quarterback just makes a decision a little bit too fast, right? That guard is pulling, and that guard should be able to take the outside of him, which he does, right? And so the quarterback, though, is going to see that color, and he just flashes inside. Who ends up making the play? It's that 97 splitting the block. Really great play by 97. As you can see, number 3 and number 2 here also are just tracking the ball very well, and they're able to kind of vice this thing too. So number 3, though, is going to be the issue, okay? Number 3 is going to be the issue. So number 3 is a problem if he gets outside on this thing and beats the pulling guard. But because he causes such an issue, right, the pulling guard is helping him, but we have that extra protection. Keep emphasizing this because it's such a great element to this play, all right, this specific variation of this play, and there's many ways to get to this, but it's so effective here, and you can see that if the quarterback was to keep it outside, hopefully we've got this thing protected up and we have answers for the problem that the defenses give us when we're running power read. Remember, he is arcing out here and going to be taking care of the safety. right? So there are answers in this play for the problems that are present. However, can't blame the quarterback seeing big old 97 there and cutting it up. But I'm using this play more as an illustration that when things go wrong, if you have these answers in place like Georgia Tech did, best bet is probably to keep going outside because the play is already being blocked for a sweep that is running outside. So let's continue to watch this a little bit and let's see what happens 24, right? 24 is being taken care of outside, that safety, or I think he's a down safety, tight end, running back, lead blocking for that sweep. So just unfortunate, right? I mean, you're playing a fantastic defense and number 97 made a heck of a play. But once again, if things go wrong, probably your best bet is to go outside. All right, now here's a play by the Colts, all right, and it's Anthony Richardson basically making just a wrong read and then making it right. But where does he fix it? Outside, all right, and it ends up being a good play, and he basically just turns into the sweep runner. Now, like I said earlier, Anthony Richardson, absolute phenomenal athlete, right? He's a professional athlete going up against a defensive end and just making him miss, right? Making a move on him and then using his speed to get outside where the blocking is already happening. All right, so let me kind of draw up the auxiliary blockers here. So he is going to be a part of the downs. This is one of the tight ends. And then this tight end is going to arc here for this defender right here. That leaves him as our read player, all right? And then, like I said in the previous play, this is always our issue, right? So Indianapolis Colts has him out here, and he's just going to be, stock blocking the corner as opposed to helping out on here. Which is perfectly fine. We just got to be able to block it up front properly, and he just can't fly over the edge and become an issue because we won't have anybody blocked for him if he outruns the pulling guard. This play is actually a pretty good example of the pulling guard getting out there and being an impact on the play. Of course, we've got our power read backfield action. Quarterback should be up the gut like that. All right, so let's continue to watch this and see how it plays out. All right, defensive end crashes in. All right, so this defender right here, he crashes in. That should be a total give read, right? If he crashes, we should give. Anthony Richardson says, no, I will keep it, and he runs right into him. Just a phenomenal play. All right, let's go to the end zone angle, too, to watch out how this happens. Pretty clear read, right? He's not really getting upfield at all. He is coming down. He's able to tackle us, the runner, the quarterback, right? So we should be giving that ball. If he's to get upfield, right, we can keep that thing. Or if he gets wide and slow plays it, we can keep that thing. But if he's coming down like this, that's a pretty clear give read. All right, let's watch the pulling guard too. This is just good stuff by 56, getting a clean and then getting up there and actually engaging. The tight end also, number 81, I believe. He's able to, not a real physical block, it doesn't really matter, but he's able to actually go block that backside linebacker too. So it's blocked up about as clean as you can get. The only problem here is Anthony Richardson, right? But once again, the point of this whole video is when things go wrong, your best bet is to go outside, right? Your best bet is to go outside. So that's it for the video. Just wanted to show those two examples. That first video, really tough, for the quarterback there. Still, and I'm not saying he would have gotten more yards if he'd gone outside on that one. It just seems like the best, when you've got issues, something to keep in mind as the quarterback is, hey, if I've got issues and it's not like a clear cutback opportunity, because I have seen that happen, my best bet is probably just to go outside because that's how we're having it blocked up. There's already that sweep out there.